everybody, it's Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. We're going to have some fun today. We are going to be zhuzhing up. We are going to zhuzh up this little gumball machine from the Dollar Tree. Yes, we are. And do you guys remember, this is quite a while ago now, maybe even a year or two, but do you remember when the Dollar Tree gave us knobs like this? I also have some in stars. I have 1 star left, so I took the hardware off the back, you know, this hardware. And so we're going to use that as our little crank knob, right, to get our gumball out. And then I just took a piece of cardstock, and I just cut a circle out to cover the gumball machine, their gumball machine, but we're going to keep the rest on here. And then I printed out a 25-cent. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's going to go. I have this 3-pack of bowls from the Dollar Tree. And you guys might hear some noise in the background. My roommate is home and she's talking to my neighbor, and all of our windows are open. So if you hear people in the background, it's not a radio, it's actually people in the background. So I love these. Oh, this is a 4-pack, not a 3-pack. It's a 4-pack of the bowls, the Shore Fresh reusable round bowls. And I absolutely love these, but we are going to be crafting with one of them today. So we'll take the rest and I will put those aside over here. Okay, so these are really, really good bowls, though. So, you guessed it. This is going to be our gumball machine. So, first things first, I want to paint my little crank. I guess that's what you call it. You know, the little turn crank. I want to paint it silver. So I'm going to use some silver folk art paint, and hopefully it's not too old. If it is, I'll just use white chalk paint. But I'm going to try to get this in a metallic. This is the metallic silver. It's probably going to take a couple of coats too. So let me slap some on real quick here. And then let it dry, and then we can do another coat. Might even take more than that, actually. It might take more than 2 coats, but let's see. Let's start here anyway. And then I'm just going to put that aside over here somewhere. Let it lean up against something. And get a baby wipe. Get a baby wipe for my fingers. Yeah, that's great. Then we'll let that dry and give it another coat, and maybe even another coat. But we will move on here. So I thought this is really, really cute. Here, let's move this too. I thought this is really, really cute as is. I mean, really. The whole thing is adorable, the whole thing. But I want to just take some matte Mod Podge, and I want to go over, if I can find some matte Mod Podge, I want to go over the whole thing where they already have their paint. I don't know if that's matte. I'm afraid I don't want it shiny. What I'm trying to do is get the shininess off of this, right? So this is matte. Okay. I think this was a big bottle of matte, and I just put the rest of it into this, but I'm not sure. So if it really matters, I don't want to use it. And I should have a new bottle. Oh, what a mess this craft room is. No, I don't think I do. So we're going to hope I have enough in here. So I'm just going to go over it with the mat because I just want to tone it down. And I also want to, woo, that was a ton, heap ton. Wow. All right, I'm going to go with that. So you guys, that just poured out. So I am going to just rub that all over with my baby wipe here because we might as well use that big glob we have. And we're going to put that paper down in the middle. Let me just get the whole thing covered. That's not how we were going to do it originally, but that's okay. That's how we're going to do it now. All right, so it's got all that Mod Podge. And now we're just going to stick our white piece of paper down in the middle here. And that's just to cover up the Dollar Tree design that they had on there. And you could paint it if you don't have any white paper. You could paint it. All right, definitely needing a napkin or something here. I was trying not to use my last paper towels because I have to go get some. But we need them. We need them. Jill made a mess. What a mess. Messy. All right, now we want that down. I guess I'm going to have to put a little bit more Mod Podge down here because this paper is not staying. So let's put our Mod Podge down on here. And hopefully we don't put a ton like we did a minute ago, because you know why? They have goobers in them, and then it gets out and it squirts, and that's what happened the last time. All right, so let me just put my Mod Podge on again. You know how I call them boogers. Mod Podge gets these boogers in them, and I don't know why that happens, but they do. And then when you're trying to squeeze it out of the container, it gets clogged, and then you keep squeezing, and yep, sure enough, there goes your booger and all your big heap ton of Mod Podge comes out all at once. All right, so we're putting that on here again. Let's get these edges down really good. Now my circle doesn't fit totally edge to edge. It's just big enough to cover up the design that they already had on here. So I'm just going to give this a little heat just so we don't get wrinkles. We put a lot of Mod Podge, and I'm also smoothing as I go. Get that nice and adhered. And the Mod Podge is toning down the rest of it really nice. We're going to put a little antique Waverly wax on that. All right, that's pretty good there. Okay. Goodness gracious, what a mess. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Easy peasy. And this now is not, I have Mod Podge everywhere, you guys. It is everywhere here. It just blew up. Totally blew up. Let's get that one out of the way. If my roommate comes in, I will ask her for some more paper towels. Okay. Now, I also took, let's see, 8 Jenga blocks, the Dollar Tree Jenga blocks, and I built myself this little 8 of them together, a little block. That is going to go on the back so that this will stand up, because this has a rocky bottom. But we're going to use it flat now. I just want to tell you that I did that. I have 8 blocks glued together, 8 little Jenga blocks. And what we're going to do now is we are going to put all of these little glitter vase fillers in our bowl, right? And then we're going to make that our, and then we'll have to glue it like this. We're going to have to do it somehow. That's my idea. I don't always know how it's going to work, but that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use E6000 on that, and I'm going to start putting that on before my hot glue because, you know, that doesn't dry as quickly as the hot glue will. I do have a ceiling fan going over me too. So we are going to do that. So let's get our glue open and ready to go. Make sure it's all ready to go. So what we're going to do is just start putting our glue on the edge. And you're going to want to be fussy. You don't want to be messy here. So just keep putting your glue. And like I said, you're only going to do a little bit because you need to put hot glue on here as well. So I'm going to go in like 4 places with my E6000. And I'm using one of those wonderful keys. They're metal keys that I got from Temu. And it helps my glue turn and squeeze the tube so I don't have any waste at all. Alright, so put a little more here. That should be good. Put a little heavier part right here though. Okay, and now we're going to open these and put these all inside of our gumball machine. This one didn't even open on me. We're going to put those all in our gumball machine, and now we're going to take the hot glue and go right on the edges really quick where we didn't get to put our other glue, because this is going to be our temporary hold. And here we go. I hate this part of crafting, you guys. All right, here we go. Let me slide. Okay, there we go. We got it. That's the tricky part. Okay, so now that we have our gumballs in and our bowl on, we're gonna go around and we are gonna, I don't know why this stand is giving me a hard time lately, you guys. I need another glue gun. I'm sick of glue guns not working for me. Alright, now I'm just going to go around with another good bead of glue all the way around. Nice and neat. Gonna have to get a new glue stick halfway probably. All the way, a nice neat bead. We'll turn it. Yeah, I get these great ideas. I just don't know how they're going to come together, you know? I get the idea in my head, and I'm like, aha, I see it. I can do it. I can make it. I'm like that with patterns, too, like sewing patterns. If I can see it, I can sew it. But if you have to ask me to follow a simplicity pattern or something like that to sew, forget it. I can't do that. But if I can see it in my head, I can make a tote bag, you know, I can do those things, but upholstery things sometimes even, but no, don't ask me to follow a pattern. All right, you guys, now there is our gumball machine. How cute is that, you guys? Oh my gosh. Okay, now I printed out on my Cricut, and the glue is leaking on it. So let me just grab a little spatula because we have to save this. There we go. All right, so I printed out 25 cents, right? That's going to go in the middle. And actually, I think we'll Mod Podge that. Or actually, here, let's get this glue from stopping to drip, first of all, because we turned the key It just wants to keep coming. You know, the pressure is on the tube. All right. Let's give our little knob here another paint coat, because we can do some when it's on the machine here too, but I just wanted it to be, I don't know if it's going to be ready, you guys. I might have to put this on pause and let this dry a little bit. Let's just put that right here. You guys can't see. Let's put that right here in this hole of our scissors to hold it up for a minute, and let's give it a little zhuzh dry. Maybe that'll speed things up. In the meantime, we're going to put this 25 cents, I should have wrote Gumballs, but it's obvious, in the middle of our bowl here. And I think we will just put that on with some hot glue. Just get this going here. I want this to be all silver. That's going to be our little knob down here. They have a pretend flat knob, but this is just going to make that come to life so much more. Alright, let's get all the sides. It's going to be cute. It's going to look like metal, and that's what I want it to look like. Alright, let me give it another coat real quick, and then we can move on and put our little 25 cent tag on. How cute is this, right? I'm telling you, I see these things at the Dollar Tree and I think, oh my gosh, this is adorable, but we can even zhuzh it up more. Let's zhuzh it up. So take it home and don't leave it the way they gave it to you. Zhuzh it up. Put your own little twist on it. And actually, I thought about actually painting this whole little machine and going very primitive with it. But everything can't be primitive. Not everybody loves primitive. I do. But, yeah, everything can't be dark and dungy and gringy or dark and grungy, right? I think so, but yeah. So this, I thought, we'll zhuzh this up. I love doing that. Remember the year that we had the cutting board that they came out at the Dollar Tree with the Easter basket and carrots? And I took it home and we zhuzhed it up and we put greens on it and we put real carrots on it, and it was adorable. Well, that's what I'm doing with this. I just want to zhuzh it up and then it doesn't look so Dollar Tree-ish, right? Okay, I just wanted to get that over there. Just a little bit. Alright, we'll get that off of there for now. Might have to do a little bit more, but let's put our 25 cent tag on our gumball. So we're just going to do it with a little bit of hot glue. And let's make sure it's nice and straight. And in the middle here. How cute is that? That covers up that little divot, you know? And you can still see all your gumballs. Isn't that cute? Look at how cute. And I'm going to take my little sanding block and a little antique Waverly wax. And it's not going to be grungy. I'm just going to tone it down a little bit. I'm not going to make it antiqued as much as I am just going to find the right paintbrush and just give it a little bit of more toning down, because we don't want it to be that shiny, shiny cardboard MDF, right? So get that really dry brush, and then we're just going to go over that and tone that down just a little tiny bit. Come in from my corners. There we go. Because there's little white marks, you know, that they're trying to make like shadow, right? And now they're not so white. And the white around the Valentine word is not so white either. And then around the heart, all that white. We're toning that down. Okay, now we are going to put our crank on if it's dry enough. And we are also going to put our little wooden stand on it. So let's see how our little, I think we need to give that just a few more minutes. Just a few more seconds. So I'm thinking while we're giving that a little time, let's take some of this from the Dollar Tree. This is that mesh tubing, or we could do it in the red. Should we do it in the red or the silver? I'm gonna go with the silver and white, whatever it is, and I'm gonna go right around the part of the bowl where it has a little ridge. And let's see here. There's a little kink. Let's get the kink out first. And this tubing, it does do that, but you usually can work that right back out. And if not, let's get it straightened out here. It's all tied up in a mess. This is an afterthought, but I think it'll make that edge look just a little more finished. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to start here at the top, and I'm going to go ahead with my glue halfway around. I'm just going to stick that in right there. Give it a little more glue around this side. Right? And then we'll come down on this side. And cut this where it meets on a little slant. And I'm going to put a little more glue. And cut that off at a slant. And hold that down with my scissors so I don't burn myself. That makes a nice finished edge. Okay. So I'll pick that up after, but you see how that finishes that edge off? Really nice. Nice and neat. All right, now we're going to glue our little knob on here. And I am going to take just a little bit more paint and paint the yellow that we missed. And I'm going to glue it on wet. That's what we're going to do. All right, so I have a little hole that I made already here with my ice pick, because when I cut right down on the bottom here where their turn thing was, because when I cut off the hardware to this, it left a little tiny piece. So I'm going to use that hole to stick in my crank. So let me get behind it here. And I'm just going to press down in this MDF here. Yeah, I should have let that dry a little bit longer. But that's okay, I'll touch it up. I can touch it up. I was a little rough with it. And we can dry it. We have the capability. So let's give it a little zhuzh. This is adorable already, you guys. I love the little knob as the crank. I feel like I'm keeping that hot glue hot, so let's just give this a little minute. Look though, I'll hold this up so you can see. Look at that cute knob. Is that adorable or what? Right? Perfect, perfect. All right, so we're just going to keep that for a second here. Hopefully that will glue down and hold nicely. I keep touching it, though. It's not going to glue nicely if I keep touching it. All right. I am going to stand this up now, and I'm going to glue our little back piece on here so that this will, I should wait. Let me put you on pause and give this a minute so we don't knock the knob off, and I will be right back. Okay, I think we've given it enough time. So now that I have my little stand, I'm going to put hot glue all over my 8 pieces of Jenga blocks. And I'm going to put this right on the bottom of my stand here. Just like that, so it will stand up. Hopefully it will stand up. If not, we'll add some more Jenga blocks to it. But let's give this a couple of minutes or seconds here. Happy holding the hot glue to you. Happy holding the hot glue to you. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. It was a great weekend. I had my grandson. Things are changing in his life, and he needed a little, my daughter's working overnight. She's a 911 operator, and she's been working overnights, which is really hard when you're 14 and home alone, right? And he does great, though. But, yeah, anyways, without getting into too many sordid details here, I'm just going to tell you that we had him this weekend and even part of the school week last week. So I have been a very, very busy Nana. All right, you guys, I have touched up my knob, and there's our little turn knob, right? There's our stand. Let's see, we might have to add. Yeah, we're going to definitely have to add. So this is going to fall over. So what I have to do is take this off. Can we now? Let's see. Actually, what I'm going to do, what am I going to do? It's going to fall over. Let's see if we can take it off the back a little. I put a lot of glue there. So what we're going to have to do is put more Jenga blocks on the back until it is going to stand up. So I'm going to glue one up like this. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm going to take it over here and put one up. I'm going to put another one up over here like this. And then I am going to put, I was thinking of putting one out this way, but it's top heavy, so it needs to lean. So I'm going to try to pry this off the back. Aren't you glad I do these in front of you so that you can try not to do the same mistakes that I make? It does get a little longer when I make the mistakes, though. Let's just pry this off. We'll heat that glue right up. Don't do what I do. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, you guys, I'm going to get that block off and we will be right back and we'll fix it. Okay, so what I came up with, because these won't slant, these Jenga blocks are too upright. So what I came up with is I saved these kickstands off of frames that I use that I don't use the kickstand for, right? This part, the back of the frame. And so what I came up with is we're going to put that on the back so it will stand. But it also has a hanger, so it can also hang on the wall. So let's see here. I don't even know if I want to put a stand on it. I almost don't even want to put a stand. Because this stand, let's see. This stand is only going to go that far. Well, let's do it. Let's put this stand on, and we won't know if we don't try, right? So let's do it. This way, it has a stand, or it also can be a hanging one. So we're going to put that down as low as we can go without it showing. And it just fits perfectly on the back of this, too. Perfect. Doesn't show from the front at all. And it's going to just be perfect. I guess the Jenga blocks, unless they're slanted, they just don't lean back enough for it to not be top heavy. And so there is our gumball machine. Isn't that cute, you guys? Look, here's the side view. Side view. Can you see that knob? How cute is that knob? So we just zhuzhed up their already cute gumball machine, and look at that. We have a nice little Valentine gumball machine. We zhuzhed it up, and it was a couple bucks, maybe $3, because we got the little bowl fillers for gumballs and the bowls, but we have 3 other bowls we get to use, so win-win, right? All right, everybody, this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this video with all your friends, family, and social media. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, because we're going to do a giveaway when we get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close and so excited about it. All right, everybody, and until I see you again for tomorrow's Tuesday tree haul, it's going to be another good one. Be good and do good. Bye now.